So we can now, so meaning I have to do the presentation like this way. This should have been here. It should have been here. So they can see the board. But it's no problem. Please, I'm posting the link. I'm sharing the link. Someone should redraft it in. I'm only sharing the link. So you redraft it and post on the platform. This link, I can't. I posted it. Someone should do the redrafting for me. I wish. I'm not sure remember. Whatever be the case, I have to present you, okay? I have to be here. So we are good to go. Someone wanted to say something. So I'll give you the structure of the exams. And then after the structure, we'll now try to solve some questions. Have you really learned how to draw an outline? Do you know how to draw an outline? There's no question. So people are still sharing this. You are doing information studies and you are still sharing Muhammad is using 500 megabytes and it's electoral formation. Hey, sometimes, Mami come and into me. For your information studies, you could share silent. Now, him say a scam. Mami come and into me. No pass. Okay, so let's get started. We are looking at academic writing. Academic writing one. The other platform, I hope you are a group admin. The one the class used to have in campus. And so those of you, the one that Mr. Prince, that's a Pimpon organizer, you are not an admin. So none of them two is here. Pimpon is not here. I wanted to share some documents with you there. Okay, I'm making you a group admin. When they test you, you send them the link, then you join. I'm making you as my admin. Please show your number. Seven six. So please, if you are here, you can WhatsApp her. Just send a hi. When you get the hi, then you forward. I'm forwarding the document to you. So either you send the document or you send them the link. I don't want to forward the document to the mail. But before then, let's now look at, we are doing that work. I don't want to share everything now. So you all try and be on the platform. Before, come again. Yes, I'll put it on my platform. But before then, I want to take you to, I'm not sending the document right now. I want all of you to be on the platform before I do that. Okay. I hope you can get it now. So let's look at the exam structure. The exam structure is one, proofreading. Two, that's one. Two, how to draw an outline. How to draw an outline. Three, essay writing. General Okay, so let me make it, instead of sentence, let me make it paragraphing. So you are going to be examined on these things. Academic writing is a process approach. We use the process approach in drawing a conclusion or in writing our essays. It is not a product approach, it is a process approach whereby you follow guidelines, you follow step-by-step procedure before you even write a paragraph. There is what? A procedure. So if you are someone who doesn't pay attention to details, then you fail your academic writing. Before you be able to pass your academic writing, you should be able to pay attention to what? Details. When you are reading and you even lose focus for a minute, you get everything wrong. because in the proofreading, they are going to make a lot of grammatical mistakes. A lot of punctuations and stuff will be, they will wrongly punctuate some of the words. And you are expected to correct them. So how do you identify? This is not a take-home exam where you sit at home and you just search online and get information. No. Here, you are going to what? Use your mind. Search information yourself. So you are going to either use the is that how do we search for information? You've been taught these things already, or how do you search for information? Either you go to online, the books, the social media. We also have what we call brainstorming, okay, where you sit down and generate the ideas on your own. And how do you generate the ideas on your own? All these things are things you need to know. So when you talk of proofreading, it has to do with fragments. They will test you on fragments. The fragment, is it missing subject fragment? Is it is it how do you call it? The various types of fragments. Missing subject fragment. Is it also I've forgotten, there are four, right? Which of them are they added details? Added details is part. We also have um, 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 dependent clause fragment. That is also the third one. If you don't have any ideas about these things, remember those I've been teaching. I think I've taught all of them. I've taught them all these things, so it's not a problem for them. And how to draw an outline. Before you write, you must sit down and plan the essay. You must plan it from the Genesis to Revelation. What am I going to write? And how do I write it? Okay, that is what the outline. So the outline is usually like the skeletal system. If you want to you want to become a University of Ghana student and you are a child, first of all, go to KG. From KG, you go to primary. From primary, you go to a what? JHS. From JHS, you know you are closer. SHS. From SHS to university. This is the process. If you want to be a university student, then you must follow this process to be able to what? Become a university student. So, in other words, I can say that in the outline, the most important thing is it gives you the skeletal system, okay, or it gives you the framework on how essays are being written. In this case, you are not going to write the essay yourself. And I can say it is opposite of the essay writing. You are not going to write the essay yourself. The essay has been given. You are to sit down, analyze, think. Okay, think and tell the writer that this is how the writer wrote it. He introduced what? A background. After the background, there was what? There was a thesis statement. After thesis statement, he introduced the developmental paragraph, which is what maybe paragraph 1. If you take one paragraph, you have to break it into topic sentence, supporting sentences, and concluding sentences. And when you are done with everything, okay, now you write your conclusion. That is how it is. So the outline, I'll give you the format for the outline. Those of you who join the platform, I'll put it, I'll be messaging you. Okay, so I'll give you the format for an outline. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to be straightforward here. In writing the outline, you have to take everything. You get everything from section 1 to section. So is it 10 or 12? Section 10 serious. So this is the format for outline. 1, you have introduction. When I give you this, it's going to guide you in writing your outline. Introduction. How to Okay, so you have what? Your introduction. And how many parts the introduction? How many parts of introduction do we have? The parts of introduction. Yes. Can someone tell me the parts of introduction? Background and thesis statement. Thesis statement. Then you come to two, body. The body. The body of the essay, which is also known as developmental paragraph. Developmental paragraph or paragraphs. So under the paragraphing, what are the parts of a paragraph? Like when you take a paragraph, what are the parts of a paragraph? Or what is a part? How many parts do we have? Four, okay. Yes, you're a good student. So those following online, please share the link. Share the links to your friends. So we have topic, sentence, supporting. I usually prefer to make it a supporting sentence. I don't go with the minor and major. The whole thing is to know that it is a supporting sentence. That is it. So I'll go with three. Supporting sentence. The last one is what? Concluding sentence. Sentence. Okay. Usually, in every academic essay, the introduction should cover up to 15%, 10 to 15%. 10% to what? To 15%. The introduction. Those of you who like to write plenty introduction, it is good to write enough. But if the ideas are many, no one prevents you from writing a very nice introduction. But usually, you spend all your time in writing introduction, and then at the end of the day, the ideas that you are supposed to do, the topic discussion, you only write something small like an address. Now they are terrible, and you expect to get A in academic writing. This is the guideline. If you follow this, you are going to make your A. But students do miss some of these important details, and as a result of that, they fail the academic writing. Because when I take and I realize page 1 in our introduction, the page 2 only, and is the body and the conclusion in our page 2. Already, no matter what, I've already deducted like 10 marks from it. If it is over 30, because of that, I've deducted 10 marks. Now I'm coming to look for spelling the mistakes. Whether you followed the sentence structure, the coherence, completeness, unity. And that's what I use in marking your paragraph. So if you are I'm marking your paragraph, I use what? The principle of paragraphing in determining whether you are writing sense or you are writing nonsense. I didn't insult you. Forgive me. I use that one in what? In determining it. So now, the body, okay, so it includes what? The background and then what? The thesis statement. After the background and the thesis statement, the next one is what? The body. The body consists of what? Three parts. The body or the developmental paragraph consists of three parts. That's the topic sentence, supporting sentence, and concluding sentence. Okay, concluding sentences. So with this one too, it should form about these things, should form about 70 to 70% to 80% of the entire discussion. Your entire discussion, no. Also, but we know this means that you are not going. If this one alone is 15%, then it means that you should have what? The body should be like what? 3. You should have 3 different. So the way the structure that you use in developing the first body, you should use the same structure in developing the second one, the third one. Okay, so if you manage to get 3 paragraphs here, that can constitute about 70 paragraph, 70 what percent of the essay. Then you give what your last one, which is what the conclusion. So I'm writing times 3 here, meaning that I'm not going to repeat the next paragraph, the next, and the next. You get it? So I'm writing 3 times here to show that the body you should have like 3 developmental paragraphs in the essay. And then finally, the conclusion, number 3. Conclusion. That is the most easiest part, but people do get it wrong. When I was sitting in level 100, now it will be an conclusion. Most lecturers, if they want to mark you, if some of them don't read the entire essay, most usually read your introduction and your conclusion. Is there any correlation between the introduction and the conclusion? Are they together, or they are like NDCMP? So there should be some correlation between your introduction, your body, and the conclusion. So if I read your conclusion alone, I should be able to know everything we discussed. If I read this one alone, I should be able to know everything we discussed. The same thing. Just like the introduction gives some brief overview of the essay, okay, and then the conclusion summarizes the essay. But the main discussion is grounded on the body. So if I read the body alone, I should be able to know what the introduction and then the conclusion is about. You get it? So there should be what? Some form of correlation or some relationship. Okay, not the man and the woman relationship I'm talking about. Some form of what? Friendship between the 3 of them. So the conclusion, this is how you write it. You summarize. So the part under the conclusion, summarize the main idea. I've given you the format for drawing an outline already. If you are here and you are not getting, if you are going to draw an outline, this is what you should use. Obia draw essay, this is the step we follow. If I will draw essay, that one follows that step where you can never have a very good essay. Anyone that writes, he makes sure he gives a background. You read essays each and every day, but sometimes you don't really know this is the step they use in writing it. But every good writer, it's not only academic writing we are talking about. It cuts across all courses. Psychology, that's why the university has made it compulsory that academic writing is what? A compulsory course. So that when you are writing and anyone is reading whatever you are writing, the person should be able to make some sense out of it. You get it? So that is it. So let's summarize the main ideas. You can give, you can also give what? You summarize the main idea. You can give what? Your final remark. This is the simple step in what? In drawing an outline. It's even in where you are. Let's say even 5 pages, you can be able to do it. So when you take it and you are reading and you take the first paragraph, these are the components you should expect from it. We will do the practical. I'll send you the document. You do the practical. You see it with your naked eye. Okay. So now when you are doing and you are underlying the topic sentences, and if you don't know these things, I'll take some little time to explain them for you. Some of you have not even attended class before. It's true or false? True. Yes, me. I remember when I was in school too. I was working and I hardly attend lecture. The day before exam, and then if my mother cry and call me, I won't mind. I'll switch off my phone, and sometimes I do go to UGCS. That's the 24-hour learning center. You sleep, you reach small, you wake up small, you realize that you have some few time to exam. So sometimes I do write notes by force because my mega you direct your note by force. So I'll take time and explain them. The whilst you are doing an outline, this is the skeleton, and it is also helping you in doing essays. So we are doing them concurrently or simultaneously. Meka say background na the simple background in kyerɛ sɛ ansa na obi twerɛ essay no kwan bɛn na ɔfa so twerɛ essay ɔsate yɛ na ɔtwerɛ bibi anaasɛ ɔfollow some step some guideline in writing. That is the outline. The outline, they will give you someone's essay that you have to already written, and you have to identify these key things in it. Okay, so when you pick the background, what are the main ideas that constitute the background? You may not be able to know what I'm talking about background. So when I'm explaining them, you understand them, what the background is and what a thesis statement is. And so we will explain all of them before we move to the proofreading, and then we can do a practical work here. So that is it. If it's done, now this one, if you are writing any paragraph, usually when you are writing essay, that is where you are required to write introduction and conclusion. But usually this WhatsApp messages and text. Anytime they are away, when you are doing psychology, they ask you about cognitive or cognition. What is cognition? The word cognition is your topic sentence. Okay, so you see that you try to write something that is similar or related to it. That is your supporting sentence. But usually you only give a topic sentence and supporting sentence. You don't give a concluding sentence. So this is something we know all the time, but we don't pay attention to them. The only thing is that I did enough and now generate like AI. But this is what you normally follow in writing. Because even in SHS, DHS, you can't say a noun. What is a noun? No assign noun as it. The noun is the topic sentence. Then you try to explain it. You try to explain, giving evidence, analysis, place, with regards to or in relation to the topic you have been asked to write about. That is the supporting sentences. The concluding sentences, everything that you've written about, what is your final remark on it? So we'll do all these things and you understand them. In generally, this is the format for outline. Who doesn't understand? The difference between outline. Let me give you the difference between outline, drawing an outline, and what? Writing an essay. In drawing an outline, I don't know, quite being a Kwame Beye University of Ghana student, or KG, or PKG, or then primary. From primary to JHS, SHS, university, is that not it? But the culture said, right, through essay about Kwame Efa so be a year. Here, no, you say you have stated the key points here, JHS. But here, if I'm writing the essay, I will try to tell you that before Obeko KG, maybe I know there were 3 keys. And after maybe when you go to maybe class 2, they relocated to some place, try to explain this one by using what? This step to explain this. Okay? And then when I'm done, when I take primary, I will explain it into detail. But this one, the outline gives you the overview. Okay, so when I send you the thing, you'll be able to know. So that's all about the background and essay writing. So when you are writing essay to the same step now before. But here you are going to do more explanations. In background, not all the sentence one. It's all everything you are reading about is maybe saying that it's saying that cannibals is a food. You only put cannibals, the whole sentence in. If you realize that the main idea or the thing that the sentence is talking about is cannibals is a food, you only put cannibals is a food. No explanation. Okay, is this difficult for you to do? Is this difficult for you to do? Okay, what kind, when you read this, or when you are doing, you read them, you take them paragraph by paragraph. So paragraph one. Now I'm looking for a background. So when I read first sentence, and then a sentence one, the casa found. You get it? So maybe sentence one is giving a quotation about Kwame Nkrumah, which stated that when freedom is too long delayed or denied, violence will break out here and there. It's not because the people will or plan, but their accumulated grievances will erupt with volcanic fury. Okay, that is a statement Kwame Nkrumah and making. It's after this statement, and then Kwame Nkrumah can the important idea. You get it? What did Kwame Nkrumah make out of this statement? Kwame Nkrumah he said there should be what? Promotion of freedom. Is that not it? Or put it promotion of freedom. And what? The supporting sentence. Now another sentence. Now you read and analyze it and try to find the main. Sometimes you can pick it from the sentence straight away. When you are doing, you understand it. But for now, the way we're using to say, Obia, you didn't call a central market. Yes, God.
Okay, I want to ask you. You see that when you are writing the essay,
Yeah.
when you head about related to now you are outlining, you need to go to like the same text, or you read the maybe the introduction, you write the thesis, then you jump into the body part.
Okay. But this one, the background. When I read your outline, I should be able to write the same thing you wrote about. It's like Obi Akko, someone who has been to Accra Sports Stadium and has taken a picture. Okay, the picture that they are taking is what? The outline. Okay, so if I take the picture, I should be able to explain the things that are around. Okay, I saw some chairs, some players, and everything. So this is the picture of the AC. So when I have your background, your outline, I should be able to follow the same step in writing the same idea. So meaning that every important idea you discuss in the essay, I should capture it. The explanations are not needed, but the important discussions you made or you had in your discussion, I should be able to capture those important details. So that even if I give to you that has not read my essay before, you can write something similar to what I wrote. That is all about the outline. So it's like I can say the outline is a picture of an essay. But the essay is what? A movie of an essay. That one you see it gives you the detailed explanation of how. But the outline will only give you the important details that are made. Yes, any question? Yes,
Outline is the skeleton.
the skeleton. Like the slide. The slide, no, so yeah. No, mama. The water for me. Is the water for me? Okay, thank you. Also, when you read the slides, they give you overview. When you open the slide, they give you overview. Or they give you overview. So the overview, they list the topics under them. Or when you are reading books, you see they give you the table of content. That's how the outline is. But you follow these steps in getting it. So I'll teach you the step-by-step procedure in doing that. Pardon? Yeah, it's more or less like the structure of the essay. How is the essay written? And usually in the lectures, normal person will test you. Normal who said, you understand the things they taught you. Okay? The reason why they give you, they ask you to write outline, they want you to know if you understand all the things they taught you. Because if you don't understand topic sentence, how do you extract topic sentence from a full essay? If you don't understand thesis statement, how do you extract it from the essay? So they want to know that the things they are teaching you, you understand. So it's a practical aspect of what essay writing. They are giving you the essay. Now, it's also what the thesis statement that say, I made the top, use thesis statement in the end. It's also what the concluding sentence, and now maybe I'm going to be concluding sentence. This is where now it becomes the KDC market, you know. But with the guidance I'll give to you, you'll be able to understand it. Please, that's okay. Okay, so let's look at something. Let's do the introduction. With the introduction, because when we start solving past questions and you don't understand these things, and you're useless. Yeah, again, and you still don't understand. Now we can easy statement because when I'm doing the outline with you, I'll be mentioning them. What is the easy statement? What is this? You won't just here around somewhere. Okay, so let's look at the now we are going into details. Essay writing at the same time doing outlining. The background. Before people write essays, they give background. Background are the information, okay, that actually what gives an introductory remark of the topic the person is going to discuss about, or it gives a scope or the overview of the things the person is going to talk about. Assuming there's a topic, you've been given a topic to write about the 2024 general elections, how to ensure free and fair election in the forthcoming general election. That is the topic you've been given. So you have to give a background, and the background comes in a form of statistics, quotation, anecdote. Background, it can be in a form of statistics, quotation, anecdote, explanation, analysis. It's a background, and they say, now you know the topic you're going to write about, which is what? How to ensure free and fair election in the coming 2024 election. Let me give you a tip. Exams ready. It's either you are giving something on elections, how to ensure peace in the country. Or today, those of you who listen to me on our talk, the topic we're discussing was solely on NDC's inability to accept, to write or to sign a peace pact. NDC saying that they don't trust in the EC, the peace council. When these things happen, we are heading toward a civil war. Because it means that the NPP means NDC can reject the claim easily because one signing PDR, and they don't trust the judicial system too. So now, from now we try to follow the current issue. It will help you in getting a better understanding about these things. So now, what is going to happen? So now, you know that you're going to talk about free and fair elections. What is your understanding about the word election? It could be that someone gave a quotation on election, that election is what? A way we select leaders. According to your name. According to Kevin, election is a way we select leaders to represent us in the various offices. You realize that Kevin's what? Quotation is very nice if you want to quote Kevin. So that becomes your background. So this is why we use what? The quotation method. Now you know the quotation, how we are talking. So usually when you are reading essays, you will begin with according to Ghana Statistical Agency, and I say according to this, according to that. Some of them, if it is about a definition, let me try and explain. Let's use statistics. Statistics. Okay, today I was talking about unemployment, and I quoted from this World International Labour Organization. The National Labour Organization's report stipulates that 50% of the graduates who embark on national service end up being both unemployed, which is a really big concern that we all need to look at. Which is why we now have national service in the better movement. If I free a demand, but if I and still they are there, not working. So if it is about unemployment, and the topic is about unemployment, then you use what? This statistics. What makes it statistics that I quoted that what? 50%. You get it? So I use a data, mathematical figure, data, to what? To show you something, the event, what is happening. So that's what we call what? Statistics. It's when you are starting essay, you start with something like this. It gives your readers some kind of a tune of attention about and a tune of attention about sorry, no addressing and not basically. This is a lot of people the guys should do. The same way with a gentleman and you are working, you see the ladies on the many bathroom girl. You get it? Because you package yourself and you are attracting attention, you are generating a lot of money. Attention from people and for 4 years, I will say, if I'm out for the enemy, and also after talk home and now something nice and you are putting it on. So the statistics, it attracts people, okay? Anybody that wants to read your essay, know what kind of statistics now. Let's talk about anecdotes. The anecdotes, they are short human story. Okay, I remember I was applying for some school outside, and they were asking me, I wanted to offer a PhD in international relations. And they were asking me, why do I want to become, or why am I applying for that course? So I use an anecdote. The anecdote is like that. In my childhood, I've been listening to radio, always try to follow the current trend. And growing up, it ignited my interest what? To read politics and how it is, and you get it. It is a short life history of a child who's been asked. You see, sometimes when you're reading this, somebody will start with his life story. That will be when he was child. The reason why they ask you why you are a doctor. And the person will begin with his essay by saying that when he was child, his mother and father suffered from what? Basically like cholera. And due to that, he missed all the parents. So that is what helped him to read what? Or to become a doctor. So they almost going to make you think of. Have you been seeing some things like that? The person used what we call what? The anecdote. Now, explanations. Explanations, we see them in common. This is where you have been giving the topic, right about election. And then you are general understanding about the topic. Then you begin to explain it. Election is a way of what? Selecting leaders, either through ballots, either through what? Balloting, appointment, selection. You understand it. You are trying to explain the topic you have been doing. Is this difficult for you to do? It's not difficult. Now, analysis. This is where you try to maybe compare and contrast. You have to talk about two things. Man and a woman, who is better? See, men are courageous. Men are the people who control the sphere. And on that, in the other way, okay, so also, or in contrast, women are very soft. Women don't drive the car. As you get it's analysis I'm making new. Haven't you been reading essays like this? And man, the kiss a chicano, how many kiss no, mommy stiano. I don't want to go there. Mommy stiano, we can say the chicano. You get it? So you give them the steer and then they try to what? Now, if you ask them to take you to Pakra or the overcall. So if they ask you a doctor and a nurse and a teacher and a nurse, who is better? The method you have to use here is what? Analysis. You tell me that teachers teach children from the beginning to this time. Nurses, they go to the hospital. I mean, nurses, who is a nurse here? And who wants to become a nurse here? Who wants to become a nurse here? No one. Okay, then I can talk, right? In my life, I hate nurses. Some nurses be when you are there, 8 minutes in one family. It was like that. So why don't you let the meal? let's do that. Now we're back to what we're doing. And I've never liked the way they do. I'm not sure I'm too much. You get it? So when you try to put it in this context, trying to talk about this is analysis. You are giving an analysis. So now, when you are giving essay, I know now you know the strategy to use. Which of these options is best for you? Which of these steps? Yes, when compare an answer of analysis and answer. Explanation. That's the commonest, and the most common among all of them. Explanation. Okay, explain. And the explanation, when you explain the concept itself, now you try to look at, you go into deep. Let's say like they ask you to talk about academic writing. You explain that it's a way of doing research, it's a way of writing in the university. That is not a full explanation. It is too narrow. Okay? The course academic, you can now tell what students aim, okay, or they can benefit from academic writing. It helps students what? To write what? With some form of what? Clarity. Academic writing also helps students what? Do this now, you are giving the benefit people get from it. You can also maybe talk about the kind of what? Advantages that the course gives to the student after explaining it. Now, you remember that you realize that when you know in about 3 what lines, you're almost there. When you see these stations, I can uncle. Are you still at Accra? No, you are not in Tadi. You are gone. You are gone. So analysis, the explanation is what the most common one. After you are done, now we know what the background is. And if you tell me so, we need background. And I remember one of my brother when you mess up against him, right? I bet you know how wrong class what they are banner for because he thinks that's the way you will feel it. So if you are here and you tell me you can't write this one because of time factor, I will have let you all write the background. You write down. The book will be actual background, mommy. Please write a background about election. Write a background about election. I'll come and check. A background about election. Test yourself. A background. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Election planning with that some plan. We are not sure about coronavirus. That one you I've explained the thing for you already. Please use any of the methods. Those are
an actual or since it's writing, you can think of anything.
explanation. If I explain, I've done it for you.
No, there's statistics.
And
If you are using the statistical method,
okay, that you should be able to quote some figure for me.
and the figure is correct. Like writing.
Oh, let me tell you, when you are writing essay, if it is something you are presenting like academic work, you are presenting that one day you have to be honest. But if it is exams, hey, me, I will tell you that if you ask me what I will do during vacation, let me say, man, my chum is flight, after my Canadian visa already. I'm waiting for us to vacate so I can fly to what Canada. I will lie to you because that way I put in who will me here. Okay, that was more visa now mini visa. So if it is exams, you can lie. I will tell them that the president of Ghana. And yes, it's a way of storytelling. How you tell it and the way you say it, that's how what will make people see that you are, but somebody can lie with what? A lot of, I mean, or they lie with subconscious when you say, it's only nice. But it's only nice, but opening out the get to open. They want to know how you write. It's not about the thickness and the stuff. Unless it is again something you are publishing online or something you are submitting as an academic work. If you use AI, I will catch you. You don't want to try it. I will catch you. Or okay, you are not. I think those of you here are in my class is Giver and who? Giver. I mean, who else? Who else is in my class? Okay, they are the two. Me when you write essay for me, make check it. If AI content is inside, make check. Make check it. Yes, make check it. Be answer na mama ka mama. Me check na AI content -5. And Saka na mama ka mama. So it's over 20. Be sincere. If you don't know, just try. Let people tell you that what you are doing is not correct. It's better than you portray yourself as if on our papa president in Ghana is writing, and you are the president of the Republic of Ghana. Local institutional your one type of diva. And in writing, or not in reality, in writing, you look like the president, but reality like a type one type, a palm one type of tapper. Those online, please share the link for us, right? If you are online, share it. If you are not sharing, what I will do to you, share the link right now. Okay, your time is up. Only background pay. It's a background pay. If you are done, let me know. I'll come over. Hey. When you are done, add the method you use. When you are done, tell me if it is statistics, if it is analysis. I'm coming. More online, no. More online. Move here, more catch me. If it is statistics, catch me. Say, drop it in the comment section. I'll check. Yeah. Just write a method on top so I don't have to. Open what paragraph? Hey, paragraph. Hey, your background is too small. Your background is too small, but you know what you're doing. Are you done? think you are all getting the concept. When I'm done, I'll let one go out and check. Before we see the academy, I know the number. I'm reading 2 more essays and I'm done. This is very particular and really fast. It's a function. Hey, look. So the whole thing of the thing is analysis. And somehow, correct. Not for yourself. Let me tell you, we can tell you about I know one of the things. Brilliant. Okay, so now online for no money, yeah, make offline. If you have not done it, I'm going offline. Looks like my data has got finished. Let me- Okay, so now we'll be going to the thesis statement. Give me a minute and let me purchase some data. What is the thesis statement? What is a thesis statement? Thesis statement. Okay. Okay, so I'm not cleaning anything here. Let's look at thesis statement. Okay, I'm cleaning this one alone. Thesis statement. Okay, I'm taking only 2 questions. One male, one female. Okay.
When you mentioned my introduction, I mentioned democracy. I want to ask you, you said that because I've mentioned democracy, you give me 2%. What I want to ask, shouldn't we mention something? We shouldn't make it general so that no one is down to the benefit of like the
What I want is, usually they say that let's analyze the topic. Write 4 ways in which we can ensure free and fair elections in Ghana. 4 ways in which we can ensure free and fair elections in Ghana. When we go and talk about elections, you are on point, but the thing is about free and fair elections. It is it's related to it, but I wanted you to be direct with the election. Hit it just as it is. We hit it in front and then the two. Okay, that's how it is. So that is it. Let's move on to sorry.
I wanted to use the analytical method, but then I was a bit confused. If I had compared elections with coup time, would I have been a good analysis?
Usually, before you do analysis, the topic determines what you should write about. If the topic sentence or if the topic they give to you is more is more or less like an analytical, a topic like they say that Ghana has been one of the worst countries in the world. It's scarce. So here analysis comes in. You have to tell whether is it Ghana has been worse or it has been a better country in the world. So here it requires analysis. Right now you try to talk about the positive side, the negative side. You give your view on it. Now, okay, despite the fact that Ghana economy is dwindling, Ghana has been a beacon of hope for Africa. Ghana has been this and this. The positive should outweigh the negative. So that you know what you're writing about. So you can let's make the two negative aspects and then you give more positive side of it. Then you know they are making a lot of the argument is somehow sound or valid, or you are making a counter argument. You get it. So that's how it should be. So it depends on the topic. The topic is just a normal topic like this. You have to find a way that you can talk about it. Because it didn't mention democracy. So when you try to create a democracy or a topic yourself, you are going to make it easy. Just make it. Nipa no ani gye ne ho aka kyerɛ sɛ n'ani gye ho. Nipa no mpɛ n'asɛm aka kyerɛ sɛ mempɛ w'asɛm. That's how life should be. You get it. Mempɛ w'asɛm a mempɛ w'asɛm. Don't go around bɛfa Sakumo no abɛsia ba bɛfa Madina. From Madina then you go back to it should be straightforward. You get it. So when they give me the topic, hit it in front. Thesis statement, it is known as what? What is the other name for thesis statement? Thesis statement. Thesis statement, the first is controlling ideas. The thesis statement here some of you may not get it. Now we are done with our background. But please, what you gave to me is not enough. You gave the explanation alone. I'm expecting you to go deeper. Maybe cite instances where elections have been held in Ghana. You get it? Those who use explanation method, cite instances. No, Ghana has had elections, maybe 3 successful elections from 2012, 2020, and 2024. You get it? And you can go ahead, apart from that, you can even talk about so many other things. As long as it is related to election, you can bring it in and talk about it. But don't go overboard. They are all involved. The topic election is what? It has a lot of strands and facets. It is, its scope is very broad and so. And so when you are talking about election, you can't talk about election without maybe political parties, the electoral commission, and some of these. So you can depends on how you write it. But ideally, you should apply the principle of paragraphing, coherence, unity, and completeness, and see that if you are making sense or not. So the thesis statement means that it is what controls the whole essay. The topic says that write about 4 ways in which you can show free and fair elections in Ghana. Right ways in which you can show free and fair elections in Ghana. So when you go and say that I'm going to write about 4 ways that you can ensure free and fair elections in Ghana, it is what? To ensure free and fair elections in Ghana. This is the thesis statement. I can watch them now. Usually, thesis statement, please pay attention. This statement comes at the end of the introductory paragraph. So now you are not getting it, how the structure looks like. The introductory paragraph, the first paragraph you see is the introductory paragraph. The last statement or the last sentence usually is the last sentence or maybe the last but one sentence. It's a topic, the thesis statement. So you see, after talking about the definition and stuff, okay, what as I did, it's like you seeing a woman, oh no, I say, oh yeah, what is why did you call me? Eh? So the main reason why you call the woman, you want to buy a car and buy an iPhone. So okay, you going to tell the woman, I want to buy you cars, I want to buy you iPhone, I want to make you my wife. These three things are the things I want to do for you. These are the reason why I called you. This is the TV. Do you get it? So it is what? The controlling idea. So meaning that the reason why you call the woman is on three reasons. To buy a car, to buy a phone, and make her your woman. Do you get it? So if you have to write about it, means that first paragraph will write about what? The cars you'll be buying for her. Is it what? Is it Toyota Beast? Or is it Range Rover? Which car are you going to buy? And now Koto Tagia. So that discussion should happen in. So you see that the three things the person mentioned, you take it like, but a lot goes into it. When you take one alone, it talks about a whole lot of things. So that is one. Now you are going to marry her. Marry her as what? A second wife, a first wife. Which kind of family are you going to stay in? Only no single room and answer no matrimonial. So all these things should happen also there. So means that the person spoke about three ideas, and this is what you are going to talk about. So thesis statement is usually the controlling idea. It's meaning that if let's say like the topic I gave to you, ways we can ensure free and fair election. If I want to develop a thesis statement from it, the general topic is what? Ways we can ensure free and fair election. But I didn't say Ghana, Togo, or Nigeria. Thesis statement should be what? Specific. It should be specific and you should what? And not define it as the family. It should define the things you are going to talk about. Okay, in my essay, I'll be talking about 4 ways we can ensure free and fair elections in Uganda. So you adding Uganda means one limited to one specific place, and that becomes what? A thesis statement. I'll be talking about ways we can make money. 1. So you get it. So ways we can, the moment you mention ways we can make money means that you are going to, that is the discussion you are going to have. You get it. The moment you say ways you are going to make money, you may not bring the ways, but I'm expecting that the moment I read your thesis statement, I should know the things we'll be talking about. The moment I read your thesis statement, I should be able to know what the essay is going to talk about. I'll be talking about ways we can fight against coronavirus. And so when I'm reading your developmental paragraphs or your body, I know that if I read first paragraph, I know you are talking about one of the ways we can fight against coronavirus. When I read the second one, I know that it's talking about the second way. You get the point. Usually, the thesis statement controls the whole idea. It has captured, so in it you will find your topic sentence, concluding sentence, and everything. And so every topic sentence should be developed to come from your thesis statement. You may not understand it, right? It's like a man and a woman, okay? A woman giving birth to 3 children. If I want to know the name of the children, I'll just go to the mother and ask, who are your children? So the woman will introduce the name of the children. Okay, I gave birth to 3 children. I have Yao, Percy, and Adwa. You get it? So when you see the mother, you are seeing the children. The thesis statement, and also the children are the topic sentences. The children are the topic sentences. If you don't understand, you will understand it before we leave here. Remember, as I'm in the remember here. So the moment you see the mother, you see the children, because the children are in the mother, or they are from the mother. You get it? So the thesis statement, you can't say that you can't talk about you having a mother, someone's this man, okay, is having 3 children. You say you are going to talk about his 3 children. The first one you talk about his children, the second one you jump and go and talk about this one child. You didn't tell us that you are going to talk about someone's child. Eh? And now someone worry, you are in a family. Now husband and say, oh, the family they will need to look at a another day now another woman have. Who is this woman also with the side chick? Did we agree that you'll be having a side chick? Because of the thing we want, we decided to talk about. So who is the side chick? Side chick will bring in. The moment you introduce a thesis statement, all the paragraphs you'll be developing should come from the thesis statement. Let me say ways you are going to ensure free and fair elections. I'm expecting you to give me ways. You go and talk about different things, then matter wrong. You get it? That's how it should be. So the thesis statement, that. So if you are writing, when you are doing, you will see it. Always, you don't start with thesis statement. Always at the last end of the introductory paragraph. When you read, you should be able to see it. It's either giving you, so you see that mostly when you are writing, you see this essay will explore ways we can ensure free and fair election. This essay, I will talk about 4 ways we can what? We can become a woman leader. I'll be talking about this. It may not be also put it that way, but it will give you the points that the essay will be talking about. Okay, this essay will highlight the various factors that affect women development. These factors are, so you see that we're introducing points now, so the thesis statement introduces the points we'll be talking about. You get the point. Don't take thesis statement as here. This chair is for you. Get me a key. You do a cheap account here. So this essay will talk about 4 ways. And sometimes usually the thesis statement, and I have more points now already discussing. Ways we can ensure, the ways we can ensure free and fair elections are independent judiciary, independent electoral commissioner, how do you call it? Anti-corruption system, or yes, robust system, and ensuring what? Free and fair security, the security depends on how one throw the year and it's wrong. It's not always about how long you write. Some of you have the misconception. You have the misconception. You have the misconception that when you write 5 pages, you are going to get a one. Some of you write plenty mistakes. The more you write, the more you make mistakes. You know that. The more you write, the more you make mistakes. So write something sensible and stop being I want to write 5 pages so that the lecturer will know that I didn't even plan out to account. You know the friends, you have some friends when they call you, you have to talk like 5 hours. Do you know that, friends? When those people call you and you are not in the mood to talk, you don't. The call will come meet you cry. Focus friend if I find a meet you. Because I know when I pick up, and then I know the casa it's going to end tomorrow morning. So when they call people, first premier. But there are some people I know they offer some way chop. But I will give attention. Oh, tell them that maybe for 30 minutes I'm hungry. Yes, I know that I give attention because the lecturers they pay attention to some of these things. One who say what follow, what give you a background, what my thesis statement. the girl knows what she's writing about. Let me give her a mark. A professor convincing lecturer, it is the introduction and the conclusion, but usually it is the introduction. Professor, Ochi lecture and attention. We use introduction to capture the reader's attention. If your introduction is good, I assume the engine is good. You understand that, guys? Alright. If the introduction is good, then the engine is good. Meaning the ideas, meaning the person even knows how to put his topic sentence, how to put his background, how to put his thesis statement. Then this person might be good. Me, when I read and I read 1, 2, 3 pages and I realize I'm making sense, matter, I will give it to you. I won't even bother reading this introduction, the introduction. Pay attention and write it well. Write it well. When you write, you must have a thesis statement. What is thesis statement? It's like you calling a woman, no woman, I don't know. Hey, I have to say, you don't have a purpose for calling, so you only ask any or related question. Okay, I wanted to know if you have cats in your house. You say yes, you have cats. How many cats do you have? You say, oh, we have 2 cats, or we have 3 cats. Okay, so the cats, what are they doing? They are doing good. Need A. But having what? Having a thesis statement, when you introduce a thesis statement, it gives you the ability and to know, it gives you some sense of purpose. You know that I'm going to talk about what? Election. Election is not only election in Ghana, so it limits you. The thesis statement limits you to the certain thing. When you are talking about it and it is not being what sensible, you find a need to limit it. That's how I do it. We are done with introduction. Let's move on to body paragraph. I think when you do this, you have a good introduction. It's in one way. So when you are reading, try to extract the background and the thesis statement. The background, they can give statistics at the beginning, but after that one, you try to give maybe some supporting sentences to make the background nice. Okay, then finally, so usually it comes with what? Either analysis, whatever it is. Then maybe some sentences to support. If it is statistics, also better be when you give quotation, don't just give the quotation and leave it like that. Talk about it. When you give a quotation saying that Ghana is the most beautiful country in Africa, I'm expecting you to comment on it. And that is a sentence you need to support it. So you say, Ghana is the most beautiful country in Africa. Okay? Now you try to tell me, report now quote them. What way has Ghana been the most beautiful country in Ghana? Okay, the streets are tidy. The way the people conduct themselves, they are what? But there are street lights everywhere. You get it? There are street lights everywhere. The place is very, very nice. Then you are good to go. Online for Moonshare. Where are they online? Okay. So share the link. So that is how the whole thing is. Now let's look at what we are coming to do now is the main thing. Because introduction, you read it once in a case or in a comprehension. But most of the things you see, you can get like 8 developmental paragraph or body. See, let's look at it. When you get to know one thing, it is okay. It is the same format now. Let's look at a topic sentence. How is the topic sentence? Yes, please. Yes, please. Can someone, should I bring the camera is on you? It is the main, you said it's the main idea of what? Main idea of the body paragraphs. Yes. The topic sentence, you see that already The thesis statement has introduced the ideas, the discussion will be maybe discussing, or the things we'll be discussing. We spoke about free and fair ways you can ensure free and fair elections are through independent judiciary, independent electoral commissioner, and accountability. These are three things kind of thesis statement, you know. So firstly, I'm expecting the first point to talk about accountability. You see that the thesis statement, the thesis statement introduced three topic sentences. It introduced three topic sentences: accountability, and independent judiciary, and independent what? EC. So these are the topic sentences. So now I begin to take it. Point one. First of all, I've not really gotten there. When you use transitions and stuff, I've not even gotten there. So let me know if you bring it. So first one we are going to talk about. You know that the first topic sentence or developmental, the topic sentence is going to talk about is what? What is the first topic sentence? Independent EC, right? So point one, independent EC. EC. And only a topic sentence already in the topic. So topic sentence, it comes at the first, it begins every, it begins with what? Every essay. In academic essay, you begin with what? The topic sentence. If you want to know the topic sentence, it is at the beginning. The first sentence you read is the topic sentence. When you know this and you are generating your outline, it is so easy. Because when you have your topic sentence, when you have your thesis statement, you know, when you have your supporting sentences, you get it. So the moment I read your essay, the first line I read, I know it is your topic sentence. Because you based on that to give me evidences. Women are, I don't want to do like women. These are number 4, women is about about. Should I use women? Women are cheat. Maka. One, that is what, sorry, if your answer, please forgive me. Women are very honest. They are not cheat. Please. Men are cheat. It is in the vein, from the anchor to the stigma. It is a falling grade. Men are all angels. Men are seen as cheaters. Okay? As I'm saying, the women are, yes. I mean, my women, no, say no. So men are cheat. The moment it is what? The topic now the cast found. So you say men are cheat. I'm expecting evidence. You see, university, you use evidence-based argument. But you don't talk to me like that. So what's the name? Me mo ya otanya, then now me want I ya otanya. So what's the name? Me mo ya ofenso, then now me want. You can't come and tell me, hey, you are the most beautiful woman in the world. What shows that I'm a beautiful woman? So now begin to give me the qualities for something that you've seen that has made me all beautiful. So it is evidence, and it should be shown. Also, I am what? I have let's say what? When your friend is a game polar. That's an extremely being one man. It's a lie. Listening you are is a lie. So the moment you give the topic that men, you write that men and women are what? Women are cheat. I'm expecting you to give me some kind of what analysis, explanation to why women are lie or they are cheat. So first, women can date 7 guys and you never know. It's a topic sentence. A supporting sentence. So I've given you my topic. So in explaining topic sentence, supporting sentence has come. So this is topic sentence. TC is what? Topic sentence. So the moment you try to explain the topic sentence, it is what? The supporting sentence. That's why we call them what? Supporting sentence. What do you want? There is this thing I need to let you know. I want to make it clear to you. You see, we have now the relationships we have, things have changed. In the olden days, we had something that we call parasitic relationship. When you say somebody is parasite, a threat, or means when in every room, there's a mosquito. Mosquito, nya kan ebewura o net mu anasa ebewura o dem mu a matter forget and I do na dey no obedi 1 week for making it's always parasite. A parasite. So in the olden days, relationships were parasitic. Them are known as better panties. On a panel, they come normal because those times they come and then at the end I'm not actually because the abundance of them, but you buy everything. At the end of the day, you do everything. The responsibilities were only on the man. And but now we are what transition from that era to what a symbiotic type of relationship where now everything is shared because they say what men can do, women can do. So some amount of wants to do, some amount of wants to. Yes, you can do what I can do. Is that not it? I'm working, you're working. Is that not it? So if I give one seed, give one seed. If I buy you expensive birthday gift, you too also buy an expensive gift. I'm not expecting handkerchief from you. If you give them handkerchief, that's why they're the amount. You get it? It is things you should know. At this level, it's things you should know. When you know where, no one will take it for granted. So you know, in Ghanaian context, me I am and I be there and say, oh, when you're there, man, you have to do everything. Go to America. That's why the Ghanaian women, when they go outside, they struggle to get men. But no, percent. I was listening to one lady, was saying, I've been there, and then my professor was a woman, and I was doing it all the time. Oh, no. Because we expect men to do everything. It is the wrong way. Now things are changing. That's why sometimes the men come and they move a radar like that. But I know a friend, woman has bought an expensive iPhone 15. It makes things so real life. But who knows who talk? Then it's a crowd of their friends. No, you are at university, you are in an academic community, and you know. You should make some effort. And the same way some guys, them and you all know some value is that. May not be what school, not know in our hobby or more, we keep rich ladies in the class. We keep for them. I don't know, I don't know, I'm not telling you, and I'll bring you. Yes, it do happen. So people usually go to relationships based on this. And when you do the true meaning of relationship, you get it. Because may expect something from you. But if it is like you understand yourself, oh, I can do this for myself, I can do this, this is where man should come in, this is where woman should come in. It makes it unique. And that pretends to be another, hey, I love you guys, matter of what? Of what? Like this kind of words, it's like, you get it. It's something that, but that's just by the way. So when you give a topic, you should what? Give something to support it. So you can, and the evidence you give, I'm not expecting you, when you give a topic sentence, at least give like 3 supporting sentences. When you say women are cheat, 1, yes, women can have multiple partners, to multiple partners, and they will treat everybody equally. Everybody will have his national cake, and you will never see it. 2, what else? Yeah, we have moved to supporting sentence. Okay, so the election. Independent. So the first topic is independent judiciary. Independent electoral commissioner. So the moment if you don't have idea, and you have the topic sentence, this is the question you should ask. In what way does this action contribute to peaceful election in Ghana? So always how, what, and why questions should be asked. Ask yourself questions and answer them. When you ask questions and answer them, you get something to write about. But if you don't ask questions after getting the topic, no one will be asked questions. Okay, what? So the topic is what? Independent EC. So independent EC. So with the independent EC, in what way can EC's action ensure free and fair election? Do you get it? In what way? So can you give me one? How does EC help us to ensure free and fair election? Or the actions of EC ensure, or what can EC do to ensure free and fair election in Ghana?
Be transparent.
Transparent. This is a what? A supporting sentence. Yes, what again? Transparent and biasness is, I think, is related. If you are or
Transparent covers for them to go to examples.
come again.
Examples for the minor.
Yes, so when you are talking about, when you take transparent as like this, then you try to explain it, okay? Okay, in what way does, so when you give supporting sentence, link it to the topic sentence. The topic sentence is what? Independent issue. So in what way can transparency contribute to what? The what? The work of EC. Or how do we expect the EC to do what? To be transparent. So the EC should do what? Transparency. Once it is transparent, it will instill some form of trust in the system, whereby or anytime the political parties are having issues, they will what? They will be free, or they will have what? The willingness to report to the EC. Or anytime EC comes up with something, they will accept it. If there's transparency, the EC is being credible to or trying to be transparent in her dealings and she declares results, who can ignore it? But I've seen you moving with the ruling party, and this is the consensus NDC is raising. Today, I was with Honorable Timothy, what is the former, what is Lord, former, his name Timothy, Northern Region, one of their MP, the former MP. And the way the man was talking, he was talking with passion. That even Brian Champon was waiting up Brian Champon. He got beaten, and the man was actually when I came, he was like, "Oh, my brother, you just calm down, you get it." So they don't have the easy, and now MPs and all those people are now raising their voice on these issues that I don't know waiting up Brian Champon. There's no transparency necessary. Or if the actions, some things that you need to be serious about. Me, I'm an independent candidate. She's not being fair with the electoral process. Some of these things, okay? So it raises concern. So transparency, you talk about that. What other point again have you talked about? How the EC can ensure free and fair election?
To involve stakeholders in the situation.
Stakeholders, okay, involvement of stakeholders. It's also one of the ways the EC can do to ensure free and fair election. Involvement. Please check out that the mind runs faster than involvement of stakeholders. So the stakeholders such as the civil society organizations, the lecturers, the local people, when you involve them in intellectual debate, they contribute a lot of things, okay? And they give you advice, especially when you consult the National Peace Council on some of these decisions before bringing them out. It will always bring some kind of what? Calmness. Or, like announcing electoral results. You see National Council. But on the other, what is one. How do you communicate it? The National Council will now give you ways you can go and communicate it without creating any political tension in the country. So when you consult them, they bring you a fair election. But here be the case, when you consult, they will tell you that no, this will bring issues. You see how the consultation really works. This will bring issues. We list everything before we talk about it. Now, apart from that, the use of what? Use it to action can ensure free and fair election in the recruitment processes. The EC officials, okay, their actions, how they conduct themselves, they should what? The EC of the appointment of EC officials. Okay, say appointment of EC officials. Appointment of EC officials. That one can also contribute to a free and fair election. All the channel for fight our own mission on the EC official. Although already we are politically motivated. Now some EC official. Other parties will not believe it, but he said we want to see now you have bought in the other changes and on my joining this year. When you live in the political space, people will trust him and anything he talks about, they will believe it. Go and bring Sami Delphi. Sami Delphi to be one of the EC board. So it brings a lot of concern. So that is how it is. Let's look at the other aspect. Let's look at now you've given that what other topic sentence can you talk with regards to the EC? Election material. Okay, let me talk about the declaration of election. Declaration of election. If you know declaring election on timely basis, okay, on how she declares election. Also what? Contribute to what? Free and fair election. So she makes sure she declares accurate results. Who could declare fake results? Last 4 years, it happened. Where they used to declare. Yes. Or declare not mistake, error. So some people were calling it error commission. So she always give errors, that kind of stuff. Then you now after that you can talk about the election materials like the ballot boxes. When there's transparent ballot boxes, and I'm voting, I know that people it is the new rule. Because I know I go for Trump. If you know that Trump, the Indomie the nation you never know. But at the time I was going to the SHS, they bought some of these. The son of the three, so now we go to school. But the packing in Roma. Now the first after I did the see what saying about I can do double voting. Let me have a copy paper, not the two. When I'm putting it inside there, nobody will know, but it is okay. You will see, but the transparent ballot box, if you are putting something more than one inside there, people will see. It's the materials and the tools you use in conducting elections, you also conduct free and fair elections. So you see that we have had a lot of topic sentences, supporting sentences under the topic sentence, and it is enough to have a full paragraph. When you are done, you conclude it. So the conclusion, you give a general remark that by what following this process, there can be free and fair elections. It's just one sentence, right? By following this, but when the EC follows this process, there can be free and fair elections. What do you do? Is it difficult? So now you can develop a paragraph on your own. These steps that you use, every paragraph to develop, you should follow this step. Topic sentence, supporting sentence, and concluding sentence. You know what you have here? Yes, please.
Okay. The topic you that you want to lot of topics. How can we differentiate between
the major supporting sentence usually talks. You see, I don't want to do major and minor in here because where you are, a normal also or is to decide to really the someone. A better to say we know the moment you are developing a realize it is giving evidence in one supporting sentence. That's why I don't want to really stress you much with the topic and major. But usually the major supporting sentences gives explanation to the topic sentence. And the minor supporting sentence gives example. You get it? Mine on in this example. And see, like I said, upon all these things, I try to explain that EC can ensure free and fair. EC's action can ensure free and fair election through involvement of stakeholders. Maybe no matter the kakra through what appointment of EC officials. Okay, so when you talk about appointment of EC officials, and only a major supporting sentence. So appointment, you can give example. For example, appointment of boss man, appointment of okay, no, the date shall not say, okay, appointment of shall not say, also politically motivated. It raised a lot of national issues. You get it? So, and then you give the next you, it was purely politically motivated. And then I gave it to the NDC and MPP today that you when these people when this is in power and they come and play the victim role. So today Bolsa North and the MPI I met today, the former MP was the Bolsa North former MP. Okay. And he was complaining bitterly. And I told them that always you come and play the victim role. I said, you are being victimized. EC is molesting us. The how do you call it? The EC, the Peace Council is molesting us. When you get power, you forget to change the constitution. The president appoints the Yoko boss, appoint the EC, Council of Elders, eh? Council of Elders, even Supreme Court judges. It's president who will appoint for me now. When I'm in power, my people are also in power. When issue come, they don't look at it from a national perspective, but political perspective they use to look at it. You will complain so because I know that power will change and this will come. So I was sending warning to them to that the constitution they should change it and stop always playing because FPP is also back and this is also back on moving shall consider to new market on the wall. Normally will be able to do then they begin to recruit and people begin to grab. They are killing them, they are not being fair to us. Master, you are the one causing. Open me more. Open me. And they will never do it. And this they are jokes. They are jokes. Seriously, they don't take their name serious. But I think you know this is the root cause of it. Today I was very, very angry. You know this is the root cause. And you pass a president appoint IGP. While you appoint IGP. I mean, me now, what's in there for the IGP? Now, me, Madame Fuluna, you say, we will be I found it. That's I didn't understand it. Maybe the president is here now for me, then you appoint to they go for fun and do a lot of people. Because there are people I know. Human being one time now, man, if you don't regulate human behavior, you do go to the extreme. Compare normal basa. There should be some limitations that a president or someone will. That's just by the way. So now, this is how you develop it. When you go to the next topic, the next developmental paragraph, use the same method. Another one, use the same method. Then you are good to go. Let's look at the conclusion. The conclusion summarizes the concluding paragraph, all right? I'm talking about the concluding paragraph. Usually, the last paragraph is the concluding paragraph. So it usually begins with what? In summary, okay? In conclusion, okay? So the conclusion first. The conclusion mentions the key. It captures, it summarizes the key idea. The key idea. What are the key ideas I mentioned? I gave you 3 key ideas. So if I say key ideas, I'm telling you that the developmental paragraph, the points I use to develop my paragraphs. Independent electoral commissioner, accountability and what? Independent judiciary. So I'm expecting you to list these points. Either you give some short explanation to them. Okay, that in conclusion, we can ensure free and fair election when there is accountability in the system. Also, there should be free and fair election. There should be what? Independent electoral commissioner. And lastly, And finally, there should be what? Independent judiciary. I have summarized the key idea. You don't talk about new things in the essay. You don't talk about new things in the conclusion. Conclusion are the things you develop in the body, the points you use to develop, and now summarize it. Now they are back. You go and talk about the points you didn't develop, and you come and talk about it here. I can decide to read your conclusion alone, and I'll mark you wrong. It could be that you did justice to all these things, so you didn't follow the process in summarizing. I'll give you wrong. And I'm expecting all of you here to get A. Say amen. Amen. Okay. It is possible. You can make it. So you summarize the key ideas. The key ideas are your topic sentences. Okay, you summarize the paragraph. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2. You summarize it. How do you go about? And usually ends in the topic sentence. If you have to summarize the paragraph, it ends with the topic sentence. That is the summary of the topic sentence. So you summarize everything. Then you give what? Your final remark or your remark. So after when doing all these things, then you say that what do you think? What is your take on these things? I suggest that the EC should follow these steps to ensure free and fair election. That is your personal view. You can ask a rhetorical question that when we follow all these processes, can't we have a free and fair election? It's what? It's also in a form of what? Rhetorical question. And then that is your final remark. Baby. Either you give your suggestion, your view on the essay, your view, but it should be related to the things you spoke about. You are good to go. Why a summary? When you are summarizing it, look for these things and you summarize it. Now, when you take essay and you are reading, with this eye, with this lens, you should be able to pick these ideas from it. And when you are picking the ideas from them one after the other, this is supporting sentence, topic sentence. It is what we call outline. But when you are developing it using this laid down process, it is called essay writing. Simple as that. Okay.
So please mean that the outline is not a matter of you maybe writing it down. You just have to make a reduction to go to structure and basic.
When you are drawing an outline, I have done some. Sorry?
I think I always say when you are doing it.
Yes, when you are writing an outline, this should be the format. Any essay they give to you, follow this format in doing it. So I'm expecting you to write introduction. So after the introduction, background, the major ideas is discussed in the background. So you go, one, okay, maybe Ghana is beautiful. It gave some quotation. So the quotation says that Ghana is beautiful. So Ghana is beautiful. Then you go. Maybe it gave some analysis, okay? The analysis or probably a supporting sentence, but usually you don't bring supporting sentence here. You just put it under the background. Maybe two, okay? Under the background, you maybe two. Then you write that key idea here. When you are done, thesis statement is always one. You don't have more than two thesis statements. It's always one, and it falls at the end of the introductory paragraph. So thesis statement, this is where you go and say 4 ways to ensure free and fair election. That is your thesis statement. Pardon? Then when you come, one thing I want you to know here, reason why I'm coming here is that when you come, topic sentence, independent topic sentence, under the topic sentence, it is always one. You can't have more than 2 topic sentences in an essay. If you have another idea, talk about it in a different paragraph. So you pick the topic sentence, you say, okay, independent judiciary. When you write independent judiciary, that is it. The supporting sentence, you can have more than 5. So here, Under the supporting sentence, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on how you get it. Okay, so all of them are supporting sentence, and finally you have the concluding sentence. That is the same method you use for everything that you write.
So you are asking that in writing your outline, it's good to give sentences by sentences.
Sentence by sentence. You have to read the sentence. There are some sentences that do not make sense. Some of them are added details. If you have not done the fragment, you know added details, so they are not really needed like that. So you pick the key idea, and then that's it.
This is my final question.
Okay.
Please, is there a difference between the outline and the structure of an essay?
They are usually the same. The structure is the same as the outline. Let's look at the proofreading. The last thing I want to talk about is proofreading. That's the last topic. Hey, my bro.
So, last question.
Yes, please ask.
Please go ahead.
How about you? If you are to do the points, you have 3 body parts. So it's going to be 5. Okay, this is what. I will show you a work I've done.
Please, how are we going to bring the explanation? How to outline it?
We'll do that one practically. Please, have you tested if you are here and you've not tested tested. This time around, I'm going to be selective. Okay? I'm going to be selective. Send her hi to add it. Please. She will add you to the page. So you can give them. Yeah, just be added to that platform and maybe actually. Yes, that's the face-to-face. But those of you who have already joined the classes, the face-to-face class at many campus media, if you are already there. So if you have been added to that platform, that's okay. But if you are not there, this is the face-to-face class I have. So meaning that I'm going to have a class. I'm going to have a class today because of already I'm tired. Let's say I didn't see. So I have a class and we are going to do the practical work. So tomorrow afternoon, can we meet? Can we have a face-to-face? Hey, I'm finishing the exams on Tuesday. So Wednesday, I have a face-to-face on the main campus, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. So those of you who come and stay on campus, Wednesday, I'll meet you on Wednesday and Friday afternoon. I'll do that. Your managers are not putting pressure on you. Friday, yeah, I'm on the Friday afternoon, I'll meet you face to face. Main campus. And then Wednesday, I'll meet you face to face. I'm going to meet you twice. That's face to face and one time. The time for is likely going to be 4 o'clock. It's likely to be 4. I'll communicate. I'll put everything on the platform. Those who want to join. So let's look at the last topic I want us to talk about is proofreading. Proofreading. Hope you won't go remember. Hey, sorry, did I even talk about the principle of paragraphing? Let me highlight them for you. The principle of paragraphing. When we meet, we are doing practical work. No explanations again. So I'm going to explain this a bit and then we do the proofreading. Then we are done. The proofreading is not all that difficult. where they can ask you to develop a paragraph using this format. Usually, when you are developing, this is there, it is always constant. Please, are you paying attention? Yes, please. When you are developing a paragraph, either sociology or BBR, this format is constant. This is constant in every essay, everything you write. Unless the informal chat you have on WhatsApp. But if it's something you are going to write, even the informal chat planner, there should be, you follow this in writing. So every essay you are writing, or anything you are writing, you should have a topic sentence. This is not where you highlight it to. Me, I know that this is my topic sentence, this is my supporting sentence. So this is it. But for me to assess whether you have please allow me to sit small, my brain. So for me to see that your paragraph, the thing is well developed, it's making sense. It is the principle of paragraph we use to check either you are making sense or you are not making sense. When you say something is principle, it is a guideline or a procedure that tells you how you should behave or how you should do certain things. But when you write, you use this step, when you use this step in developing your paragraph, this is what you use to check if the paragraph you develop is correct or not. If you compare, you use this one to check and it is not correct, then you have to rewrite it again. So when you talk about unity means that from the Genesis to Revelation, from the topic sentence, supporting sentence to concluding sentence, the idea should be related. You see, when you spoke about EC, everything was about EC, either her work, the people she worked with, her actions, you get it. So we say that it is what? There's unity, because all the things in the paragraph are talking about EC, electoral commissioner. When you have two different ideas in an essay, we can say that unity has not been achieved. As you are talking about EC should do this. The topic sentence is that independent what? Electoral commissioner. And you are giving these supporting sentence to support it. And then you go and talk about special prosecutor. And the office of special prosecutor can also help us ensure free and fair election. Is there unity? You are talking about this woman and 4 children. And all of a sudden, somebody will say all of a sudden. All of a sudden. Then you go to this woman and add this woman's children in discussion. Whilst you have said that you are talking about this woman, her children. So the topic sentence is about independent electoral commissioner. Then you chip in with what? Independent special prosecutor. It doesn't make sense. It is what? No complete unity. There's no unity in this word. The paragraph you have developed. So the things we talk about, they must all talk about one idea. You get the unity? Yes, sir. It is how Kasafa easy one. Everything should be related to the unity. Don't go and talk about special prosecutor. That should be different topic sentence. It is 2 topic sentences we are putting together. And it is what? One of the ways we use to mark your paragraph. It's when you are marking your paragraph. A way, me check unity, now me correct. Now I come back to, let me talk about completeness first. The ideas, completeness means that the ideas should be fully developed. We say easy can help us ensure what you spoke about independent electoral commissioner. And you say that you come and mention only transparency. The issue should be transparency. Is that the only way the issue can do to ensure free and fair election? If you talk about only this idea and you leave it blank, it is incomplete. The ideas are, the paragraph is not well developed. So you have not achieved completeness. So you must have at least 3 supporting sentences. Okay? That will support the topic sentence to make achieve completeness. So this is where you talk about what? You talk about what is it? I don't know family. So okay, involvement of stakeholders, appointment of EC officials. I also spoke about other things which I didn't write. Can someone remind me some of them? Declaration of election results. Okay. You see, these things, these four topics are supporting sentences are added. When I use them to develop a sentence, I can see that the paragraph is complete because I've given you enough details, not only the work you see that alone, but her staff, what they have, their staff, the people she appoints can help ensure free and fair election. The time, okay, in which you declare the result can help ensure free and fair election. Let me give, please your name. If I say Abraham is irresponsible, eh, I'm expecting if you, the moment you read this topic sentence, the rest of the paragraph that follows should explain it. So first, Abraham is the class captain, yet he hardly attend lectures. That is one what topic sentence and one supporting sentence. You are giving. You said he's still responsible, so I'm expecting you to explain his irresponsibility. So you say he's the class captain. He hardly attend lectures. It is a sign of irresponsibility. Two, he has been fighting with the ladies in the class. You see that I'm also giving you one of his behavior that is showing that he is irresponsible. He is the class captain, but he has been fighting with the ladies all the time. It doesn't show sign of responsibility. Thirdly, anytime he breaks a chair, he usually refuses to own up to his own behavior. That is also what I've given you three supporting major claims. That is telling you that he is irresponsible. So if I go and give a rhetorical question by saying that upon all these assertions, can't you say that Abraham is irresponsible? You see that I've given you enough evidence. So this paragraph is well developed. But
you can give more.
You can even add more, but at least for a normal paragraph, when you have three supporting sentences, now I gave some of my colleagues, I say, yes, is it my colleagues or my students, whatever I call them. Yeah, I gave them, and some of them started writing, they wrote two supporting sentences. All those that wrote two supporting sentences, I gave them half of the mark. Okay, so you should have at least three supporting sentences. At least minimum, also three, for it to be well developed. And then after that, that doesn't mean that one topic, then you divide it into three. Like this one, involvement of EC, and then you say involvement of the EC chairman. Now what can happen, involvement of the EC vice chairman, involvement of the EC deputy chairman. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm expecting something different that will contribute to that. You get it? So when you make it this clear, it is still the same supporting sentence that you use. So at the end of the day, we can see that this paragraph is complete. So completeness has been what? Achieved here. You get it? Now let's look at use appearance.
Develop in the topic section. So I want to know the main difference between the major and the minor supporting sentence.
Okay. At least, are we still there? Okay. The major supporting sentence then it usually explains the topic sentence. Like you are saying, involvement of what? Transparency. So when you try to explain transparency, it's a major supporting sentence. Either you use the method, any of the method, either explanation, statistics, or whatever. It is what? A major. When you try to give example, it is a minor supporting sentence. Now you see, this one when I introduce the topic sentence, I want to give minor supporting sentence. He's the class captain, he hardly attend lectures. He has been fighting with the women every single day. Lastly, he Anytime he breaks a chair, he refuse to own up to his behavior.